Paper Review, episode 27.5. Now, by now you've just watched our rolling paper challenge to hand roll a foot-long raw rolling paper at Tricks, which, well, as far as hand rolling a raw went, it wasn't going.
No.
So that ended up turning into hand rolling a 12-inch element. Which we did win the challenge.
We won the challenge.
Barely.
We kind of each won.
Barely.
It was a draw, so neither of us can say we won.
That's right. We double teamed it.
Yeah.
We double teamed it. But the bottom line is the challenge was to have one smokable hand rolled joint, and we accomplished this.
Yes.
So, teamwork.
Yeah.
Go team. It scored us a box of 12-inch raws. But we didn't end up being able to do the review. So what I've taken the liberty to do is I've taken my trusty 12-inch here. I'll show it to y'all.
And while he's digging that out, I'm gonna say, because our stats have been really good. We've got some new viewers, some new subscribers.
Thank you.
Yeah, we just want to say thanks, folks. Thanks for the support.
This toke's for you.
Yeah, it just lets us know that you guys appreciate and enjoy what we're doing.
Hopefully you find it informative and entertaining. That's I'm still amazed that people even watch us.
Yeah, no shit.
Like I said, we just kind of did this so that we could figure out for ourselves what the best rolling paper on earth was.
And just recorded it and put it out there, see what happened. And so far it's doing way better than I thought it was gonna.
So, this is the 12-inch raw rolling machine, the sling roller, which if you're going to get into foot-long papers, I highly recommend it. Hand rolling them is incredibly difficult.
As you saw.
So, I highly recommend if you're going to get into these, which now I have a box of them coming, so I'm glad I made this investment.
Yeah. Saves a lot of aggravation, let me tell you.
I can't wait to show up at a party like this.
You gotta get it to stay.
I can't even
first.
get it to stay. Here you go. Here we go. Show up at a party like this and be like, hey man, I only brought one joint.
It's a small one,
Yeah.
but it'll have to do.
We'll have to figure out how to make it work.
That'd be funny. People's reactions.
I'll be honest. Even if it was this, I still wouldn't show up with only one. I could probably bring 3 of these and have a good party.
Yeah, well, yeah. For yourself.
Would you please, sir?
Oh, I would happily.
Tape it into the mouth.
No. Just to put a filter in it.
Like I said, when they come with filters, we'll put the filters in.
That's funny.
I do filter urban wraps because I want them to have that solid round filter structure.
Open up the end a little bit.
It's not real tight.
No, it's just not burning for me. I guess I don't have the lung capacity anymore.
Oh.
Houston? We have ignition.
Quit bogarting, man. It's little.
Ash is holding up pretty good. No flakage.
Sweet.
So we'll see how
Okay.
long we can keep it going. Ah, we just fucked it up.
Hold on.
There's some under this
Oh,
too.
yeah. Here's one gun. Hold on.
Gun, she be gone so long. She be gone so long. My girl. Uh-oh, it's magic.
I rather liked the Cars. They were a good group.
Yeah, the Cars was a great group.
They helped bring punk into mainstream.
Yeah. I actually really like the Cars.
Talking Heads as well, I really enjoyed.
Talking Heads was pretty good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're dating ourselves. We're just two young guys.
All I'm going to say to that is we'll ask my grandson if he thinks I'm old.
No, we're young guys. Well, I am anyways. I don't know.
I'm old enough to know my limits. Young enough to still not pay that much attention to those limits.
Yes, exceed them. I'm just some dumb fuck, so. It's starting to run a bit, though, eh?
Yes, I'm noticing that.
Like, that ran actually pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a pretty big run in it.
That has to be fixed.
Now keep in mind, most people that are going to buy these papers are going to buy them for the novelty of it. Not many people are actually going to pump out the money to fill one of these. Whereas
That can get expensive.
we've filled several of them so far.
That may fall. It's kind of charcoaly.
Yeah. You know what? The ash sticks together well, but when it's time for it to come off, it's time for it to come off or it's going off anyways.
Yeah. Kind of gets hard and crunchy even.
Well, no, these are pretty much the basic raw stock. But even with the sling roller, I notice you get a lot of these folds and creases as you roll.
That's probably just the thinness of the paper though too, right?
It's really difficult to get it perfectly even spread along that sling roller.
To get the start?
For a foot. Not just to get the start, but even just spreading your readout.
Oh, okay.
It's incredibly difficult to get it perfectly balanced all the way through.
That ash is gonna fall, dude. It's hooking. It hooked hard to the left there.
With Viagra?
Without
Viagra.
Well, now you could pick and choose which one's Cialis, fucking Viagra.
Don't know. Haven't had to use one yet. Thank God.
No, you'll just see the commercials a billion times over and over again.
And you know what? I could have lived without knowing Bob Dole had boner issues. I'm just saying. Great politician. Did not even want to know he had sex. But thanks for shattering that illusion for me, fuckers.
I don't know if it's me, but there's a taste. I don't know if it's just the weed, but...
What do you say we grade this bitch?
Yeah, because it's going to take too long to smoke it.
Okay, so you saw the book in the last video there.
In the challenge.
In the challenge, as I showed it. it's a huge book.
Yeah.
Now, although the pack, the 1 1/4 pack or the king size pack gets a high grade for it, and it's basically the same pack, this is not going to get such a high grade because it had a lot of real estate there.
A lot of real estate.
Could have gone a little bit further into detail about the product.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen videos where Josh has explained the origins of Raw. And, man, some of that should have been put into this book. Like, you could have written a whole story on the cover of that thing.
Oh, fuck, you could have written a book on the inside cover of that thing.
And, look, Raw was such a journey for the company to get to. So,
even a little bit of history or something. Anything.
Tell us about that journey.
Yeah.
We want to know. Not everybody's going to tune into YouTube to find out.
Yeah.
You know. So,
and you had a perfect opportunity. I mean, that's a huge book of papers. Like we said, you could have written a book on the inside.
So, anyways, just think about that.
Yeah.
So for book appearance,
Suggestion.
book appearance, I'm only giving it a 5.
Yeah. Because you missed a lot of space that could have been used. Scent? There's no scent. Not that I can smell. I smell the weed.
I have a faint odor, but it's not. Yeah. So I'm gonna give it actually
in the air though. For aroma, I just smell the weed.
Yeah.
So if you smell a slight hint, let's go with 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 9.
Roll. You roll it with the machine.
With the machine, I'm gonna give the roll a 7.5.
Just because of all of the...
There's a whole lot of folding and creasing in this roll. And if you notice, the joint kind of has a curve. And
there's kind of no way around that.
No, there really isn't. I've been trying. So, gum's going to get a weak mark. On this joint, it's stuck, but
you saw our,
I
our
really,
challenge.
Yeah, even to make this stick, I really had to give it a good solid. I had to lick it a couple times just to make sure that it was going to stay. And even then, I rolled it around inside the roller for a little while just to really work it in.
And you saw with the challenge, and I mean, don't get me wrong, there's not many people that should, let alone are gonna try to roll these things by hand. But we had 0 stick.
And the deal was we were not allowed to practice at all, and that's really what bit us in the butt, is the fact that we weren't even allowed to try it once for practice.
No,
not even
just
once.
Go at it and do your best.
So I was only allowed to use this if I wanted to smoke one up until the challenge, because I wasn't allowed to hand roll one. I had to go at it blind.
And even if I wanted to try, I couldn't. I don't own any of the foot-long papers. So.
If practice was allowed, I would have supplied those.
But anyways, that was no
sportsmanship
practice.
And all.
That was no practice. What we did. But, once again, going back to gum, you saw it didn't stick at all.
No, it did stick here, but I really, really, really had to get in there with it. So,
yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm giving the gum a 4.
I'll go with 4. Burn. It ran, but it's after we corrected it.
You know, once it stabilizes, you're fine.
Yeah, I was going to say we had to correct it in the beginning a bit, but it's kind of... Oh,
yeah, see what I mean about the gum getting a 4? Because it's...
Yeah.
I got some liftage right here.
Yeah. Separation.
Okay, so that's not what you want.
No, because that causes air in your joint and you don't get a proper toke. So, burn. What do you think? About a 6?
Yeah, I think a 6 is fair. Because, again, once it was corrected, we've been fine since.
But, like we said before, you shouldn't have to correct it. Watermark should take care of that.
For burning aroma, overall,
I could have scored pretty high, 8, 5, 9 maybe. Because I don't really, like even here.
I detected a hint of something burning when I smell it. Just a hint. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, there's something. I don't know how to describe it, but it's something. But in the overall aroma, like in the air, in the room, I more smell weed than
Yeah,
like, I don't smell anything
for
else.
overall, for all overall aroma, you just smell the herb that's in it. So I'm gonna give it an 8.
Yeah. Ash density. Holds together, doesn't flake.
It doesn't flake, but
when it's time.
yeah, it's not gonna
It's
hold on
time.
there for very long.
No. So
I'm
let's go
actually
with
gonna put this out.
yeah. Let's do like an 8 on that maybe. Because it's fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't flake.
Yeah, we'll give it
It
an
holds
8.
together,
That's a fair score.
but smoothness. I didn't hack.
Yeah, neither did I. So I think for smoothness, it actually gets a 10.
Yeah. First 10. Quantity versus cost.
Okay, they're $4.99 a pack, and for $4.99 you get 20 leaves.
That's not bad, actually.
Which is actually really, really good.
Yeah.
Considering, you've got, I think it's just under 3 king-size papers per 1 paper here. So, cost comparison, it's actually going to score quite high. I'm going to actually give that a 9.
That works for me, because that's a good price for
Yeah.
Roach. I don't know. Depends on scenario. Because it's not harsh.
I'm going to give it a 5 because
could
I
be
would use it for fill if I needed to.
Yeah, if I was getting low on the roaches.
Yeah,
and-
like if I needed to use it for fill, I would. But if I don't need it for fill, it's out. So that's going to be a 5 for me. 71.5 out of 100.
Not the greatest.
Here, hang on. I'm going to pull out the book here just to give you a little look-see. All right. Here we go. So 71.5 out of 100 for raw 12-inch rolling papers. And just a little advice, best used with the raw 12-inch roller.
Yeah. You can try to do it by hand.
It's going to take a lot of... If you're going to do this by hand, I'm going to straight up recommend you buy a few books.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's going to take a little bit just to get used to working with that kind of length.
Yeah.
So be willing to do it wrong a whole lot of times first.
Oh yeah.
If you can do it right the first time on your first go,
Holy
you know
fuck.
what? Here's our email address right up here.
Yeah.
We want to see a picture, please. If you got video of you rolling this for the very first time and it turns out great, please send it. I want to see your technique.
And if you want, if you give us permission, we'll even throw it in a little excerpt of it.
Absolutely.
In one of our channels, one of our episodes.
And I'll tell you what, if you can do it perfectly, and I'm not talking about somebody that rolls these things all the time, okay? We can go on your Facebook and find out.
Kinda, yeah, if you're one of those people.
If you can roll one of these, doesn't matter if you live in Thunder Bay or in Tuktoyaktuk, don't care. If you can hand roll one of these and send us in a video, I will send you 1 book of raw 12-inch from my own stock.
But you have to be able to smoke it as well.
That's right. We want to
So-
see video of you rolling it by hand. Show
And
us
then
the
smoking
technique.
it.
And smoking it.
Just send us the whole video, and we'll just
Right.
take clips out of it, what we need. And I mean,
If you're willing to let us in.
And
So,
I mean, if you don't
if
want
you
us to
send us
show
the
you
video for
smoking
our
it,
knowledge, we'll send you one of these. If you
Yep.
send us the video and let us post it, I'll throw in one of these too.
hey, man, there's a deal.
Okay, and again, these are not coming from Tricks. These will be from my own private collection. Because when I won one of these for a box, I ordered one of these too. So,
There you have it, folks. It's a challenge. To you
from
guys.
us to you. All right. Now, speaking of tricks, I'd like to take this moment to give a shout out to Tricks on May, 107 North May Street, Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. Thank you very much, Dale, for everything you do for us. We appreciate you.
Yeah, big time. And thanks for letting us be there for that challenge. That was so much fun.
Yeah, that
So
really
much fun.
was.
And the staff was great for putting up with us.
And guys, we got some commercials coming up for tricks
For
that
tricks.
we shot while we were down there.
Yeah.
Dale didn't ask us to do it, and nobody put us up to it. It was kind of our idea.
Yeah, we just kind of did it.
So we did this great big long thing, and what we're going to do is we're going to break it down into a couple of commercials. We're going to be airing them on our channel, as well as giving them 2 tricks to air on Facebook.
Yeah, their tricks page. Yeah.
That's right. So
watch
you know,
out for that. Watch
yeah.
out for that.
Give us some love. 420 Nation.
420 Nation.
There.
Anyways, thanks, guys.
Thank you very much to our viewers, our subscribers, our commenters, and all the likes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right, guys. Stay tuned. We'll be back again with episode 28. Have a good one.
We're out.